Same thing. What just happened in D.C. should have every American wide awake. We got a teenage hero defended a woman and was left bloodied by a mob. While politicians make speeches, you got Judge Jeanine walk straight out of the White House with a mission. Man, she just got in and she's already done. And Trump, he isn't waiting. And now the system that coddle criminals is definitely trembling. I don't live in D.C., but I'm watching this just like it's my own backyard because what they're doing in that city, and they'll do to yours next.
This young kid who worked at the White House was beaten to a pulp. He's got a broken nose. He's got a severe concussion. He's battered all over his head, okay, by a gang of punks. 10 of them, I believe. 2 have been arrested, 2 15-year-olds. None of them come to my office, Laura, because they're not considered criminals. They go to family court where the effort is rehabilitation. The D.C. Council, and the president is right, they've got to stop their coddling. Number one, we've got to lower the age of responsibility to 14. I'm tired of having these kids commit crimes in their crews, not gangs in D.C. We've got an intern, you said it in your open. He's an intern from college. He gets shot going out for McDonald's at 10:30 at night. This kid is trying to help his girlfriend or his friend to a car. He gets assaulted, and but for a cop going by, they would have, had they gotten him on the ground, they would have stopped him and finished him. He was able to stay standing. This has to end. The council has this Youth Incarceration Act where we had a guy who shot a kid on a bus, not justified, with an illegal gun. You know what the sentence was? Probation. The judge said go to college.
Wow.
Okay? He took an illegal gun. He should be jailed for the illegal gun.
Definitely.
Forget about the shooting. You put that on top of the gun. Then what we've got are kids who are out there who are making fun of all of this, doing carjackings, and I can't touch them because they want to protect them.
They know that, and that's why they travel in gangs.
They do know that.
And the older kids send out the younger kids to do the real dirty work because they know they're fine.
They absolutely understand. And youth violence is on the rise, not just in D.C., but across the country. And if you think that these kids need to be coddled and they need to be hugged, they need to have consequences. They need to understand that enough is enough, that we're going to put them in jail or some kind of youth rehabilitation detention facility and not allow the D.C. Council, one of whom I just recently indicted, to take cover for these kids. It's time to end it. That's what the president wants. That's what we're going to do.
So look at what worked in New York City when Giuliani was mayor. He went after the small crimes, which led to reducing the big crimes. So the quality of life. So people defecating in the streets, blocks from the Capitol, which I saw the other day. That was lovely. The tents on K Street, the tents under the tunnels over here. They cleared up some of those out in front of Union Station, but it's horrific. This is the nation's capital.
Exactly.
And all over the United States, we have a similar story told. St. Louis, we still see blight
everywhere.
They want D.C. now to be Baltimore.
Well, here's the thing. D.C. is the nation's capital. People come here for pride and patriotism, not to get assaulted, carjacked, or shot, get caught in the crossfire like a young kid did last month.
Judge
Jeanine came through and she just went off. I mean, she was going off live on air right there, y'all. That's not just media fire. That's legal thunder. Judge Jeanine is no longer just the voice behind the desk. She is the U.S. attorney for D.C. And she's saying what no one on the left has the spine to admit. Lower the age and excuses, lock them up. This ain't about reform anymore. It's about restoration. And she's not asking for any sort of permission. She's acting with authority. But the real storm started with one of these posts, reposts rather, from Elon Musk with this original response from Trump, where he posted, crime in Washington, D.C. is totally out of control. Local youths and gang members, some only 14, 15, and 16 years old, are randomly attacking, mugging, maiming, and shooting innocent citizens at the same time, knowing that they will almost be immediately released. They are not afraid of law enforcement because they know nothing ever happens to them, but it's going to happen now. The law in D.C. must be changed to prosecute these minors as adults and lock them up for a long time, starting at the age of 14. The most recent victim was beaten mercilessly by local thugs. Washington, D.C. must be safe clean, and beautiful for all Americans, and importantly, for the world to see. If D.C. doesn't get its act together and quickly, we will have no choice but to take federal control of the city and run this city how it should be run, and put criminals on notice that they are not going to get away with it anymore. Perhaps it should have been done a long time ago. Then this incredible young man and so many others would not have had to go through the horrors of violent crime. If this continues, I'm going to exert my powers and federalize this city. Make America great again, he says. Wow. Now, this wasn't an isolation moment. This was a gut check. A 19-year-old stepped in to protect the woman. And y'all know him as Big Balls, actually. And what did he get? He got jumped, he smashed, and he was left bleeding. I mean, it was brutal. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, I can't wait to see how CNN and everybody responds to this. I'm sure they're silent, but shout out to Elon for, amplifying this and exposing it, and Trump confirming it. He said, I will federalize this city. That's not noise, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, that's the president giving y'all a fair warning. This guy, he don't give out many of them. And if you thought this was just online talk of some sort, Judge Jeanine just brought the confirmation right to the White House gates.
Hi, everyone. It's Judge Jeanine. In case you don't know or recognize the background, I'm at the White House. I just met with the president. We talked about crime in the nation's capital. We talked about fighting crime, and the president is very serious about making sure that, as the prosecutor here, that we not only fight crime with a vengeance, but make sure that there are consequences. Make sure that we protect the victims and we make the criminals accountable. And that's the mission of the U.S. Attorney's Office in D.C., not just in district court, but in all the courts, the superior courts. Our job is to get guns off the street, drugs off the street, take care of those individuals who are threatening, carjacking other people, and make this city safe and clean again. And that's just what we're going to do. And if you don't buy into it, you're going to have to deal with us.
I know that's right. She say, we ain't selling y'all no BS. You don't stand in front of the White House unless orders are real. She's standing in front of it with the finger point. She ain't even do no two-step, but it stood right in place. And it is crystal clear now. She said, we will get guns off the street. We will hold criminals accountable. Man, I'm so thankful to be living in this administration's era right now. And I can't wait to see how it all unfolds, because this isn't just about D.C. anymore. It's about a line being drawn in every city watching. Because if they fix D.C., you better believe they're coming for the next soft on crime zone. And the left has to be in panic mode. But behind the political heat, a kid. Man, there's a kid the system wanted you to forget. My guy right here, Edward Coristine, known as Big Balls. And he's a Doge employee, college student. I think he is. I don't know if he's still working with them or if he's a former staffer, by the way. I hadn't looked that up. But they call him Big Balls. I am saying that on purpose too many times. But not because it's funny, but because, he earned it. He wasn't looking for headlines. He was trying to protect someone. He lived up to his name's reputation, man. Definitely. And the city he served left him to bleed. And now the people know his name. And the left is scared to say what that symbol might become, because what happened next wasn't from a politician. It came from us. Boom. Y'all see that support? I want to put it up here. That banner, that wasn't some campaign stunt. That was from the people. No press release, no filter, just a massive sign. And, that said, heal fast, big balls. Thanks, Trump, Doge. And you know what that tells me? The people watching, they're done being silent, because if the system won't honor courage, we will. I did not have to smack my chest like that. That was so unnecessary. But while, the city tried to pretend it was business as usual, Trump just made it very clear. This story is far from over.
Are you considering taking over the D.C. police? Is that an option on the table?
We're considering it, yeah, because the crime is ridiculous. I could show you a chart comparing D.C. to other locations, and you're not going to want to see what it looks like. It was just up on television, actually. They were showing it. Now, we want to have a great, safe capital, and we're going to have it. And that includes cleanliness and it includes other things. We have a capital that's very unsafe. We just almost lost a young man, beautiful, handsome guy that got the hell knocked out of him the night before last. And I'm going to call him now. We wanted to give him a little recovery time. We just put a call into him. They're calling back in a little while, but he went through a bad situation, to put it mildly, and there's too much of it. We're gonna do something about it. So whether you call it federalize or what, and that also includes the graffiti that you see, the papers all over the place, the roads that are in bad shape, the medians that are falling down, the median in between roads that's falling down. We're going to beautify the city. We're going to make it beautiful. And what a shame. The rate of crime, the rate of muggings, killings, and everything else, we're not going to let it. And that includes bringing in the National Guard, maybe very quickly, too.
Do you want...
Yeah, man. He said, I'm going to call him personally. Now, that's not performative. That's a man taking responsibility. Trump didn't just acknowledge a hero. He threatened to clean house and fast. Graffiti, collapsing, medians, gangs. We're going to fix it. And if not, National Guard. Boom. I mean, you can feel it. D.C. isn't crumbling because Trump is acting. It's crumbling because for the first time in years, someone finally is. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't live in D.C., but I've watched what's happening there for too long to stay quiet. I've been there, and I will say I do not like the roads. I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to say that off top. I don't like the roads. It's all too much it is. And then also I have to admit, I came in the wintertime, so it was pretty cold. I'm originally from Gary, Indiana, so I get that, it can be harsh in the wintertime. But, man, I was out there like a statue. A teen nearly gets killed for stepping up, and the system shrugs. Until now, Trump is a bluffing man. And Judge Jeanine, she definitely ain't getting on these. She ain't just go back to Fox event. That wasn't just that. And the people were obviously not afraid. We're awake. Not woke. Awake. Two different things. Nah. So let me ask you this same thing. What happens when every city starts to clean house like this? Are the politicians afraid of the crime? Or afraid of losing the grip on it? Drop your take in the comments. And also, we have to salute the 4X Club. Let me see if we got any new 4X members. I ended up searching 4X last time. Let's see if we got anybody else. Hold on now. Let's see if we got them. 4X. Yeah, we do. Somebody, Mary, I'm sorry. She commented again, 4X. Sherry McAllister. Rebecca Gallant. Jesus is my spotter. Chaotic Conjuring, Terry again, Mary again. Those are everybody who commented the 4X right now. So I appreciate y'all for liking, commenting, and sharing, man. If y'all haven't already, follow me on X and Rumble. I don't report for the algorithm. I report for you. Always remember that. Merch is definitely right below this video. Y'all be safe. Please go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving a life. Peace.